Hello, my co-highs. Hope you're doing well. I'm your host, Tyrannos, Senpai, and welcome back to another Jurassic World breakdown. And today, we are breaking down the teaser trailer for the Season 5 of Camp Cretaceous, the final season in the Camp Cretaceous saga. This is it. This is all what it boils down to. It's kind of bittersweet, in a way. I'm actually kind of sad that this is coming to an end, but like all good things, it's always going to come to an end. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. I've managed to clear my head after editing the breakdown for the featurette and the TV spot that we got. So that's going on right now. Before we get through today's video, I do want to mention that 85% of you guys who watch my videos currently aren't subscribed to the channel. So, if you find yourself constantly coming back to my channel and watching my videos, why not go ahead, hit that subscribe button, because at 1,000 subscribers, we will be doing the one chip challenge with me and my friends, and we will also be doing a race to a 1,000 stream, or I should say, a race to 1,000 event. And we're going to start it off with opening up these Pokemon cards. So, if you guys want to show your support to me, see me open these Pokemon cards that we have here, which you'll see in the previous video, in case you're wondering. And of course, watch us do the one chip challenge. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we're getting really close. And without further ado, let's take a look at this trailer. So we open up with, various shots from previous seasons. Like we see Isla Nublar in the distance from the end of season 1. And then we see the scene where, the campers are paddling in the Jurassic World Mosasaur Lagoon. And in some ominous text, it reads out, the park has closed, indicating that, this is when Jurassic World has fallen. This is when the Indominus Rex escaped, the island was evacuated, and everything all went to hell. And then we see a shot from Season 2, where it's Darius and Kenji looking up at the wreckage of Main Street, where the Indominus Rex and the T-Rex fought in the 2015 film. And then we go to the next shot, which shows the entrance of T-Rex Kingdom, and in orange and gold font is the words, "The Kingdom has fallen." A kind of nod to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which we did see in Season 3? Yeah, Season 3, with the T-Rex chasing Jack on Main Street. That made its way back into Camp Cretaceous Season 3 in Episode 9. And then next up, we come to a shot of Season 3 where it's the old Jurassic Park kitchen. We see Kenji, Brooklyn, and Darius in the kitchen, and the Scorpius Rex blowing hot air on the window. And finally, once again in that classic orange and gold font, the wait is over. As in, this is it. The wait is over. Will these campers finally go home? Will they finally stop being chased by dinosaurs? All that good stuff. And then it cuts to black, and we hear Darius count 3, 2, 1, just before opening his eyes. I'm assuming he's executing some sort of plan or something that really needs to be timed perfectly or something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but I think it's just a lot of mysteries with this trailer, really, as we'll soon see. The next shot we get is Yaz, Brooklyn, Sammy, Ben, and Darius run out into a forest biome. They're still on Manticore Island, by the way. I should point that out. They're still there. They made it to the forest biome, and in the biodome, there is a triangle with 3 exclamation points, probably to indicate there's an intruder there or they're being locked down. Weirdly enough, Kenji is not in sight anywhere, and that will continue out throughout the entire trailer. It seems that wherever the rest of the campers are, Kenji is nowhere to be found. We then see, in an explosive amount of shots that happen, to the point where I think I'm not going to be able to slow the footage down, that I'm actually going to have to freeze frame it all. We see a ship with cargo trucks labeled with the Manticore insignia driving around on the dock, and I'm assuming these cargo crates are housing dinosaurs, just like the ones in Fallen Kingdom, because that's a pretty big ship, and all of these trucks are huge, so they had to be holding some very large cargo. And once again, we see Sammy, Yaz, Brooklyn, Darius, and Ben hiding on that rock. But again, no Kenji in sight. And the next shot, I really like to say in the next shot, the follow-up scene we get, it looks like it's Kenji's father. The unmistakable silhouette of Kenji's dad, which is... What was his name again? Quick Google search. Daniel Kahn is his name. And we get our first, view, our first aerial view of Manticore Island. And surprisingly, only a small portion of the island has the biodomes, which I'm assuming they are. We have 4 big ones, and then 1 small one right in the middle, and each one is connected by a tunnel, which is very interesting. I thought these tunnels would be a lot smaller, though, compared to how the characters seem to move about through them quickly. And the green dots, I'm assuming they're either tagged dinosaurs or, more likely, brads. Yeah, they're back, apparently. But I think it's pretty cool. We get to see Kenji's dad and the overview shot of Manticore Island, which is... Oh, man. It definitely does not look like any of the islands in the Las Cinco Muertes. So, we know this isn't on one of the 5 deaths. And then we come to the shot of a T-Rex. And judging by the look of it, you would think that this would be Rexy because this one's brown. However, if you look closely at the face, you should see scars on it. This is Little Edie, the same T-Rex that was seen in Season 4. It looks like she's recovered from her injuries that she sustained from her battle with her mother, which is really good news. I was actually concerned for her safety because, after the Kentrosaurus fight, Big Edie never returned. Neither did Little Edie. We never found out what happened with those two. But it looks like Little Edie has survived, and so has Big Edie. They're both back in their biomes. And of course, we also see the Manticore drums flying over Little Edie. So I think it's a clear indication that they are trying to force her into doing something, whether they're trying to move her or lead her into another fight. I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out later. We get a whole new look at the Dilophosaurus. Now, these guys look drastically different from the ones we saw in Season 4. I think these might be, a new color variant, because Cretaceous is known to show dinosaurs with differently colored skin, like the Parasaurolophus, the Sinoceratops, the Brachiosaurus, the Ankylosaurus, and Stegosaurus. They all had different color palettes. I imagine that this is what's happened to the Dilophosaurus. We saw the ones that look like Jurassic Park in Season 4. These are different individuals. They were already on the island when they shipped the first batch of Dilophosaurus. So I think these were just a leftover bunch that we didn't see. I like the colors, though. They're like a brown with black eyes patches, and the frill is like a pinkish red with some bluish green markings on them, which is really sweet. And I think it was about time that we saw different color variants on this guy. And then we come to a very surprising, very quick, you blink and you miss it moment of May Turner, who is alive, pushing Kenji, yes, that is Kenji, out of the way of a Stegosaurus. Now, why do I think this is Kenji? Quite possibly one of the most ludicrous shots in the entire trailer thus far, and that is Daniel and 3 mercenaries. But that's not the craziest part. We also see the Spinosaurus from Season 4, which is the same one from Jurassic Park 3. We also see 2, I'm not kidding, 2 returning dinosaurs. Not just the species, but the individuals. You guys, we are seeing the return of Toro, the Carnotaurus, who we haven't seen since Season 2. He's still alive. He's still burned. I mean, I could tell it's Toro because of the burns. And then the Baryonyx that we see here is Limbo. Because if we look, this Baryonyx is green. It has the brown head and kind of like this bluish-green mark along the side of its face. That's Limbo. Grim is dead. And Chaos looks like a default Baryonyx. So this is definitely Limbo here that we're seeing. So we're seeing 3 returning dinosaurs. We're seeing the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3, which was also in Season 4. Toro the Carnotaurus, who we're going to see again in the trailer. And Limbo. I want to know if Chaos was actually brought into this. That'd be interesting. we also see, and right beside Toro, a very familiar looking shape, like a very... We've seen this person before, and we'll definitely see them again in the trailer. And then, this is probably the most... Oh my god, you just did not do that moment. And that is... the return of the Barbasol Can. There's only one reason why this little thing is here. There's only one reason why this is here. It's the Barbasol Can from 1993. It is the exact same one. Do not try to convince me otherwise, because I will slam dunk you. the characteristic red, blue, and white, it's the Barbasol Can. Plus, it's all rusty, it's dirty, it's seen wear and tear. This is the connection that Colin Trevorrow and the others must have been talking about, because Camp Cretaceous Season 5 is supposed to connect to Jurassic World Dominion. And what better way to do that than with the Barbasol Can that Dennis Nedry dropped in 1993. Whether or not these embryos were viable by the time it was found, like, was it picked up by Manticore or someone working for them in the past? Or was this just found when Isla Nublar was abandoned? If it had been found in 1993, this changes everything we know about the Barbasol Can and the dinosaurs being cloned. Technically speaking, if this thing was picked up by Manticore in 1993, they would have made their own dinosaurs already. We would have already seen stuff like Metriacanthosaurus and Suchomimus and things like that. Who knows? Who knows? And then we come to a scene where apparently Darius is under attack by none other than Big Edie, the mother T-Rex from Season 4. I'm actually quite relieved to see that Big Edie is not being friendly with Darius. Because, let's be honest, yes, Darius pulled the Kentosaurus spike from Pierce from her tail. But she's still an animal, and she's going to behave like an animal. I've been told that animals understand when people are trying to help them, but at the end of the day, once again, and I know I'm saying this a lot, an animal is an animal. They will do anything it takes to survive, and right now, Big Edie is not being, oh, let's be friends because you helped me. She's either angry with Darius, or she's hunting him. I don't know, but clearly Darius is in a world of trouble, and Big Edie is... she's not going to let him go that easily, I feel. And here comes a returning character who I actually thought was Hap for a second. No, Hawks. That's his name, Hawks. And not only is he holding a Manticore dart gun, he's also riding Toro the Carnotaurus. It looks like Toro is actually trying to buck Hawks off of him before he can shoot what would possibly be the control chip into the dinosaur's brain. And that leads us back to the shot we see of the Baryonyx, Toro, and the Spinosaurus. I think they were under the mind control, which would literally explain why they're just standing there, not killing them. So, whatever happened, it looks like Cash's invention of controlling dinosaurs has actually worked on the bigger ones, because that was the problem last time, that their brain was like resisting the control device. So now it looks like Cash has modified it to the point where no dinosaur, big or small, can resist the control. A brief scene then pops up with Sammy jumping from a waterfall onto a tree. Nothing really specific there to see. But then we get this cool, like, obscure camera angle showing a pair of jeans, some shoes, and a hand. This could probably only be one person, and that would be Darius's older brother, Brandon Bowman, who we haven't seen, who was seen in Season 1, and then again in Season 4 when he found out Darius was alive. The last time we saw Brandon, he was leaving his brother's room, about to go search for him. I think this is the moment where Brandon makes his appearance in Season 5 looking for Darius. This is going to be pretty cool. Like, finally get to see this guy in action. We then cut to another scene where we see Sammy, Yaz, Brooklyn, and Ben running away from a Brad X. Eyes glowing red, meaning it's been tasked to either kill them or capture them. But by the way it's moving so slowly, I'd say it's probably not intending on killing them, but catching them. And then we come to this scene, which is a blurred out Spinosaurus and Brooklyn and the USB drive. Now, why would the USB drive be focused and the Spinosaurus, the dinosaur, not? Because the USB that we see here is the one we see in Season 3 that contains all of Dr. Wu's research on hybrids and things like that. We don't know what happened to it, but it looks like Season 5 will finally show us what exactly has happened with that USB drive. And it looks like the Spinosaurus might end up destroying it or whatever. Because it's, I don't know if it's looking at either Brooklyn, I don't know if it's looking at the USB drive, but I get the feeling that this thing is going to be destroyed before it reaches Costa Rica, because Dr. Wu's never arrested or anything like that. He's not stopped for making the Indoraptor, so I think this USB drive is going to be lost at the end of this. I'm not entirely sure. And then we cut to a flock of Pteranodons flying at the camera, so we know that they're coming back with a vengeance. And then we see Kenji. This is why I said Kenji was the one being pushed by May, because he's wearing a white shirt and a blue and yellow tie. And that's exactly what we see in the shot with the Stegosaurus. It is a character in a white shirt. And who else would it be but Kenji? He's no longer wearing his blue sports jacket, I think it was. He's now, I guess, turned to the dark side, like Luke Skywalker or something. But he's clearly no longer with the campers, and apparently his father has taken him along, like, to make him trim and proper, to make him the future CEO of Manticore, or something like that. We then cut to the next scene where it shows Yaz and Ben running away from, yet again, another T-Rex. I can't tell if this is Big Edie or Little Edie. It's too obscure to tell, plus the lighting might be screwing with me. It could be Little Edie, because we haven't really seen an action scene with her just yet, which would be pretty cool, not gonna lie. It could also very well be Big Edie, after attacking Darius or something. And then we conclude with a shot of, this is actually Little Edie, I can tell because she's got stripes on her back right here. She's got stripes along the top, sorry, my headphones fell off, along her spine. So this is definitely Little Edie coming in to attack the camera with the drones flying in behind her. She looks like she's doing this willingly, because the drones aren't really closing in on her. They seem to look like they're just floating in space, so she might just be charging in for a kill or something. Maybe like going after the campers or something. But yes, then we hear the classic T-Rex roar, and then finally, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, the final season, July 21st. And there you have it, folks. The final teaser trailer that we'll get for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous before the before season 5. We're expecting one more trailer after this. It's a shame that this season is coming out 1 month and some change after Dominion. But you know what? I think we can wait that long. As fans, I think we should be patient. Plus, if this is connected to Dominion somehow, I don't think we want anything spoiled. So this is actually pretty good strategy. Not for marketing necessarily, but for storytelling purposes. But anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe today, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything new. Link to the Discord in the description down below. And until next time, this is Tyrannos Senpai signing off. Alrighty then. Take care now. Bye-bye then.